Hi, I'm Ray, and this is my allotment, and today I'm going to show you what we can grow and sow in November. So let me show you. So this channel is all about growing fruit and vegetables, along with some flowers and some DIY projects. But today we're going to show you what we can sow on the allotment garden during November. And as we can see, we've got a few things already growing. So let me show you what we can do for November. So the clocks have gone back, and now the early mornings and darker nights. So it's a good opportunity to get down early in the morning. But over the last weekend we've had some pretty horrendous weather all over Halloween. But now we're start of November and we can start and crack on doing the November jobs. So let me show you what we're going to sow on the allotment garden. So let me show you what we got. So we can do some herbs, and here we've got basil, sweet basil, we've got parsley, and we've got some chives. And all these can be done on the windowsill or somewhere nice and warm, so we can do those. And also mustard. Mustard can also be sown directly into the ground, and it's delicious in salads or sandwiches. So ready to eat in 5 days. So that's a quick going crop. We can still do some salad leaves, and we've got salad leaf amaranth, red army, and we've also got lettuce all the year round, and salad leaves, crispy lettuce leaves. So these can still be done in October. And this is our salad leaves we've got growing at the moment, and we've also got some in the ground in the polytunnel. Another seed that can be sown is cress, and these can be sown thinly on moist compost and small punnets, but it can also be grown together with mustard. And if sowing with mustard, the traditional mustard and cress combination, sow 2 weeks, 2 to 3 days before faster growing mustard. So we can grow these together and have a mustard and cress combination. Also can be done is cauliflowers. At the beginning of November we can still do cauliflowers, and we can get some of these in for a late crop. And spicy leaf mix. This can be done all year round. This is a special blend of varieties, adding hint of peppery spice when picked young and used as baby leaves in a mixed salad. And also we can do spring onions. This one is white Lisbon. This can be done from September through to October. So this can be done in trays and protected with cloches if the soil is wet and cold, or in a prepared bed. So that's good. And I think we've got some white Lisbon growing in the polytunnel along with a couple of weeds. So 2 other vegetables we can sow in November is broad beans, and this variety we've got is the Sutton Dwarf, and this is the broad bean, and we're just going to put one of these in each of the seed cell. And this is just normal multi-purpose compost. Doesn't really make a difference whether the seed is upside down, which way round. I tend to do mine sideways with the pointy bit, with the slitty bit pointing up, and I really don't think it makes much difference. So this is the board beans. And these can go in now, and we can be eating board beans nice and early on the allotment garden by Easter time. I was uni allotment to have board beans so early on my Sowing plant, and also we're doing peas, and this is early douche Provence. With the peas we've got the same cell tray, and this time we're going to put 3 in each cell, and this will encourage each pea to grow and they compete. And we're just going to go through the rest of the tray doing 3s. Alternative way is to do it in a gutter. Drill some holes in a gutter, but if these are direct sown, there's a high chance the critters will come and eat them. So these are normally kept high off the ground, and even my shelves is a bit sceptical for being eaten by the mice and the critters. So that's the peas, early douche, Provence, and the board beans, Sutton draw. And that's it. We're just covering them up and give them a water, and they're done. So that's 2 vegetables we can sow on the allotment garden. An alternative method is to sow peas in a hanging basket and hang them from the ceiling, and then at least the mice won't eat the peas, and then they can be transferred to the ground at a later date. Otherwise, use the guttering. So we need to put a label on these, and then we're sorted. And these are the board beans we done towards the end of October, and they're out in the polytunnel, and they're already growing quite well, quite good, quite pleased. We can also still do onion sets, and these are the Japanese onion sets, and these can be planted in November, and we plant these into the compost with the roots down or pointy bit up. They can be just pressed into the compost. Some people tend to leave the tops sticking out. Sometimes people can bury them right down. Doesn't really make a lot of difference when the top's pointed out. The birds might think it's a worm and give it a pull, and remove it from the soil. So maybe a bit deeper down would be good. And also you can do them in cell trays, as my allotment garden hasn't had the time, the space for the allotment for the onion sets yet. I've done these in cells. They are a bit dry, but yeah, they can be done in cells, ready for planting out in the allotment garden. So we can also do garlic from September through to December, and this is some garlic that we grew in the allotment garden last year, and we've saved it to grow on for this year. So this is the same garlic that we've grown, and to grow these we have to separate the cloves. So as we can see, these are big old cloves in this one. So we separate these, pull them apart, just remove some of the looser leaves so you can smell the garlic. And then we just plant these straight in the ground. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cloves from one garlic plant, and then we've got a few more in this one too, slightly smaller. Still does the job. So there we go, there's our cloves that we can sow. And these get planted with the pointy bit up and the bottom part down. These can be sown on top of the soil, slightly on top, pointing out, but they can also be done around 2 inches under the ground, and they will grow from there with a spacing of around 6 inches between each clove. And we've also got a pink germador, and this was a shop bought one. This is from Wilco's, and we can see the cloves are smaller than the one we grew, and more cloves per bulb. So these were £2 in Wilco's, and will hopefully produce 8 garlic cloves, even 9. So that's germador. We can also now plant the strawberry runners. Have you taken any runners? And these can also be planted now. And also rhubarb crowns, or any other fruit like currants, red currants, black currants, or even blueberries. They can be planted in the ground during November. So, if you enjoyed my video, then please subscribe, ring that bell and get notifications when I post some more videos. And we also had a Facebook group, and I'll leave a link just below in the description, and please join that. It'd be interesting to see what you're growing. I love the reaction, and I'll reply to all your comments. So let me know what you're growing in November, and that'd be great. But for now, I think it's time to give the polytunnel water as the sun's out, and it's getting quite warm in here, although it's really blowing outside. So thank you very much. Cheers.